Top of the morning to you. Day 17. A little too early to tell, but I don't think there's a cloud in the sky. I mean, I know the sun always shines at 76,000 feet, but I think I'll be able to see it today, actually. So the trail angel people that fed me a couple nights ago said that I was going to have a lot of road walking in this section, meaning logging roads, and so I was a little surprised yesterday. I only had like 2 miles out of 23 miles that were logging roads, but this morning I've been on logging road all morning, and so we'll see. Actually makes hiking a lot faster, but a little more boring. The other problem is I didn't really plan. I mean, I've got enough food to get from Monarch to Lake City, but I don't have enough stroopwafels. This is my last stroopwafel breakfast. I won't have one tomorrow morning. I'm thinking I'm going to get, they have a shuttle, I think at 12:30 every day from Spring Creek Pass. So my plan is to get there by then, probably Tuesday afternoon. This is Sunday. I've still got about 55 miles to go. So if I get there early, I'll just hitch down, but I might as well plan it where I can get a ride. Well, I can't say there's not a cloud in the sky, but there's just a few peeking over that mountain right there. Otherwise, it's crystal clear. Sun just coming up. That warmth feels good for about an hour, and then you think, oh man, I wish I'd have some cloud cover. So in all that rain yesterday, I was predicting a glorious day today. And I got it. You know, when I was in the Marine Corps, I had a captain who said I was the ultimate optimist. I don't know if that was a bad thing or not, but he told me this story and it's stuck with me now for over 50 years. Not really a story, it was a joke. But so this guy, he has 2 kids and just total opposites. They don't get along at all. They're always fighting. One's a total optimist. The other one's a total pessimist. And finally the guy's had it. He just can't take it anymore. So decides to spend the money and take these kids to a shrink. And so they have their session and they come out and the shrink says to the father, you do have a big problem. He says, but here's what you do. He said, Christmas is coming. So he said, the pessimist, buy him the fanciest bike you can find, 20 speeds, all the bells and whistles, fancy seats, nice paint job. And the optimist, just find some horse manure someplace and wrap it up in a real nice box. And that'll bring him down and the pessimist up, and maybe they'll get along better. So the shrink happens to be in the neighborhood on Christmas morning, and he sees this kid standing out in front of a house holding this bike, and he said, did you get that for Christmas? And he said, yeah, it's a stupid bike with so many gears I don't even know how to shift it, and it's got so much crap on it, I hate it. And about that time, the other kid comes bounding out the front door, jumps off the porch, hit the ground running, going around the house, and he said, what'd you get for Christmas? And the kid said, I got a pony, but I haven't found it yet. Well, this may be a seat, but that's a table. You Not often you find a seat and a table out here in the middle of nowhere, so I'm having breakfast right here. Now these are the days you backpack for. Sun shining, birds are singing, flowers are growing, it's quiet. You're the only person on the planet. You own all this around you, at least for a while. Now the only thing that could spoil this is that mountain bike race coming through any minute. If they left Durango yesterday and they're going to be in Denver in less than 4 days, I expect to see them blowing through here anytime. But right now I'm going to take the solitude. It's magical. So here's your backpacker random thought for the day. Especially if you're on the fence over joining the umbrella silly looking club. So today the trail, I should have timed it better. Yesterday would have been the perfect day to do this 20-mile section, mostly following valleys, exposed. Today, full sun, it's already hot, 9:30. Nothing but cow water. Pretty nasty looking stuff. And probably 12, 15 miles between decent water. So I started out with 2 liters of pretty good looking water. But really with this umbrella, I'm going to use less water. So a 6-ounce umbrella is going to help my water management today. Much more cool without a hat on, my hood on. We've got a nice cool breeze coming under this umbrella. If you take this umbrella off, you can just feel the sun just bake you. So today is definitely a day to have an umbrella and appreciate it. Just saying, keep smiling. So it's 46 miles across here to the Lake City cutoff. Tonight at the Presbyterian Church, they're having a hiker dinner. They're calling it Thanksgiving, having a big Thanksgiving feast. I'm not making it. Okay, I told you I was an optimist, so here's what I'm thinking. I can't get that Presbyterian hiker meal off my mind I'm gonna miss. But when you think of Thanksgiving, which is their theme, what do you think about? Leftovers. I bet at that hiker center in Lake City there's going to be leftovers for poor souls like me who didn't walk fast enough. I bet they're going to have turkey legs, taters and gravy, pumpkin pie, slathered in whipped cream. I'm almost sure of it. You know, in my misspent youth, from like 21 to 24, 4 years, I was the personnel manager for, they called it personnel manager. I called it referee for a pie company called Chef Pierre. We had about 900 employees, and from September through Christmas, the holiday season, we made 300,000 cases of pumpkin pie, 6 to a case. We made every kind of pie on the planet, but during that season, I had to hire about 1,000 extra people or go through about 1,000 because they all knew they were going to get laid off after Christmas. So a lot of them just would find a different job and just not show up. So every day I had to go down to the time clock and genuflect and hope that enough people showed up to run the pylons. Again, it paid good money, and if I would have stayed there, gosh, today I'd be dead. Not just from the pressure from the job, but probably I would weigh 400 pounds because there was always pie sitting around somewhere. So instead I quit, married the most beautiful girl on the planet, sold everything, bought a trailer, went traveling for 10 years. Like Robert Frost said, I took the path less traveled. It made all the difference. Oh, and if you want to read about those years, you can go to Amazon. My wife and I have a book called Ramblings about those years we traveled, and it's free, just like PACKTOTER's Thru-hiker's Guide and Crossing the Divide. The 1st and the 15th of every month, you can get a free ebook there, so give it a shot. Finally found a shade tree. I usually stop every hour and eat something, just snack during the day once an hour. It kind of gives me a goal to reach a spot, but there's no shade out there in that valley, so I just kept walking. I just ran into a couple with one of those Razor four-wheelers. They'd been renting a cabin up here someplace for the weekend. They're headed home and offered me water and food, but I have everything I need. But they did say they ran into a couple guys yesterday that weren't doing so well, like they were having heat stroke or something. So I don't mean to say everybody has to have an umbrella, but you know, it's about 11:15. Sun's almost day high, and it is hot out there, but I've been pretty cool. I've got kind of a breeze underneath that umbrella, and I just wasn't going to stop out there in the sun and take a break. I was looking for shade. Best trail magic on the Colorado Trail.
Yay, we're here for you.
Big hand.
We're here for you.
So that trail magic helps the day go fast. I mean, it's not just the free food, it's the generosity, the camaraderie, information sharing. It's just kind of a neat thing. It's kind of like something you only experience on a thru hike. Actually, I had a little bit of rain coming up. There was a few rain clouds. It was getting a little windy. I thought maybe I'd have to take my umbrella down, but it didn't get that bad. And then all of a sudden I started hearing pitter-patter. But that is Colorado. It's almost 2 o'clock. So after 18 miles of lumber, Forest Service, 2-track roads, looks like we're back on single track again, and looks like there's water in my future right down there. I can hear it flowing from here. Okay, so we're closing the books on day 17. I'm on a little bench at mile 329 above a creek that I can't even pronounce. PACKTOTER. There's a robin watching me work here. Hey, buddy. Anyway, I'm just airing my tent out from condensation this morning. You know, a lot of people talk about water retention and sil nylon. This is poly, DCF. You're not going to get up in the morning if you've had rain or heavy condensation and shake all the water off. Water sticks. So you're going to carry some of it anyway. And I don't have enough to really stop in the middle of the day and air these things out. I just stop a little early, especially if you've got a wind. It'll dry out in 5 minutes. Any of those materials. Anyway, see you in the morning.